Okay, let's get to my interview with Brad Whitford and Derek St. Holmes. Had a chance to sit down with them on the last night of their tour in New Hope, Pennsylvania. They could not have been nicer. We got to hang out with them and then finally sat down, did the interview. Great guys. Here it is. I will see you on the other side. You're listening to Rock Hard with Jay Conroy. Brad Whitford, Derek St. Holmes.
What's up?
Thank you so much for doing this, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Guys are digging this town, huh?
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, we're in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Rock Hard with Jay Conroy. You guys just did 10 shows in 12 cities in 11 days. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Brad, that's more shows you've played in a row since like 1973. That's a lot of shows.
Well, if this is an Aerosmith tour, it'd probably take about 2 months to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys rocked them out. You rocked them out. What I liked is you came out doing songs from the new album. You've pretty much done everything from the new album by my count. You've done Almost. Shake It, Shapes, Rock All Day, Tender as the Night, Catch My Fall, Hell is on Fire, Keep on Moving, Flood of Lies. Now, coming out doing the new album with songs that people never heard, did you guys talk about that? Did you think, well, let's maybe come out, do Hey Baby and get the crowd going? Or was there any discussion about that? Or was it like, no, we're going to come out doing stuff off the new album?
Yeah, there was a discussion about it, and we decided to come out and we kind of put our foot down between ourselves and management and everybody else, and we're pushing this record. That's what we're doing.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's never easy.
right from the first show, it was obvious that it had a strong appeal and it was going to work. That people were digging the new stuff, right, without even hearing it.
Yeah.
Highly, I think the music has a very strong appeal, and it's something probably would never do in Aerosmith.
Right.
But this is different music, and it's I think it cuts a wider swath as far as the appeal of it. It's kind of like how popular classic rock radio is, and this is kind of cut in the same vein as classic rock, except it's brand new, and it's good.
It's very good.
Yeah. So
Because I saw you play at B.B. King's, and I had been watching the set list and knew what you guys were doing, and it right from the start, you're absolutely right. It wasn't like, well, I don't know this and it's not so good. Right from the start, it's like, this is good, straight ahead rock and roll.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
And Derek, your voice has not lost a step. A step. And why the hell couldn't you get a drink at B.B. King's the other night?
I don't know.
I was getting ready to get up and go, would somebody fucking get him a drink already?
Times too, and just
Jesus Christ, I was ready to go buy you one, but I'm like, I don't know what the guy wants. I'm like, I hope he could still sing, but your voice held up well.
Yes, thank you.
It's amazing to see.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, man. You are very welcome. Brad, you look like you're having a great time up there, loose, happy.
Oh, we're having a great time. This is the best,
It's so obvious that you guys
best
are.
group of musicians I've ever worked with,
Mm-hmm.
and it just makes it easy, makes it fun.
How did you hook up with Troy Lucetta?
Well, we kind of had the core of this thing, Derek and I and Chopper, and kind of building it out around that, and just kind of auditioning some drummers, and not feeling it yet, and our manager Kevin Lee suggested Troy. They had a good relationship, and just had a feeling about Troy, and so we brought Troy in, and damn if he didn't understand it right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Really,
So
huh?
much so that I think we had 2 or 3 rehearsals and went straight into the studio, cut this album.
Oh, so Troy's on drums on this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The whole band, this is the band that's on the
With
record.
Chopper and Buck.
Yeah, what you saw at
These
B.B.
are-
King's.
These are the guys. This
Okay.
is the band that recorded the album, and so it's just a real nice coincidence, really, that we lucked out with these people, and everybody's enjoying it, and it's a band. It's just a band.
That it is.
And it's a fucking great band.
Yeah, it fucking is.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
The two of you trading leads, especially on Stranglehold, is like, just incredibly kick-ass. Now, you got 9 songs on this album. You're going back in the studio to do some more? Is that what I understand? And how many more do you think you're going to do?
I don't know. We have a lot.
So you're gonna release another CD
Yes.
on top of this
Probably
one.
get another one out.
2 more.
2 more. We're going to do a blues
Yeah,
album, too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I can dig that, like a honkin' on Bobo type of thing.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shapes is rocking. We were listening to that over and over and over on your website. And after about 3 or 4 times, we said, hey, wait a minute. It sounds like there's some strings in there. What are we hearing?
You're hearing violin.
Beautiful. Actually, my girlfriend, who is shooting us right now, picked up on that. She said, I hear strings. We played it again.
This girl, Eleanor Dennick from Nashville, a good friend of ours, she came in and played the strings on Tender as the Night, and she played on Shapes, kind of going for a little bit of that Mahavishnu
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it worked, and I love the way it came out. And it's kind of back there, and you go, wow, I'm hearing something. What is that?
That's exactly how we discovered
like-
it.
Yeah.
That's her.
Because my girlfriend said, I think I'm hearing strings. Then, we played it again. And I said, there it is. I'm like, you're absolutely right. I said, when we talk to Brad and Derek tomorrow, we got to ask them about this because this is definitely good.
Yeah, it's almost like a, somebody asked us the other day, do you think being in Nashville and recording it in Nashville, what kind of vibe did that throw towards your music? And I think that's one of them. I think the fact that we had a violinist around that kind of normally plays a lot of country around town, but she also is a classical violinist. And she was a friend of his son's, and he heard her play, and he said, let's bring her in on it. When she came in, it almost gave it a nice sort of, not country, but a nice overall Nashville kind of vibe. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can definitely hear it, and it's incredible. Now, the tour shirts, one of which I bought because I had
It
to.
looks so good on you.
Doesn't it look good on me?
Oh my God.
And I noticed, actually, Mary noticed again. This is why I keep her around. Well, I keep her around for a lot of reasons.
Thank you,
but,
Mary.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir.
I noticed the same logo from back in '81 on the shirts. You guys are keeping the same logo.
Yeah, why not?
And on the back, I noticed this at BB King's. It said 15-16. So what can we expect next year? Obviously the new records, but are you guys going to go back on the road?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go back probably February,
February.
beginning
Okay.
of March for sure.
More America? Are you going to do other countries? Where are you going?
That's where we're hearing, we came out here to kind of show
Test the
people
waters
what it
and-
is
Mm-hmm.
and create a little buzz around it. And we're hearing all kinds of things already, from Japan to Europe. And so that's awesome. It's just got this life of its own.
It does. It clearly does. There is no doubt about it. And I'm not just saying that. I mean,
Well, we appreciate it.
as I told you, I'm a big Aerosmith fan.
Yeah.
So, I came to see the show, and it's exactly what you're saying, straight ahead rock and roll band. So you see potentially going overseas, Japan or Europe and those sorts of things, potentially festivals, which they do a lot of over there.
Yeah.
We'll go everywhere they will have us.
Anywhere they will have you. Okay. All right, that's good to know. And you know what I see with this band is it's moving in a forward direction. The two of you've got a lot of history together. I've seen you with Ted plenty of times. I've seen the both of you play, you with Ted and you guys headlining many a times. But this is not some sort of rehash of that stuff. This is all brand new and moving in a forward direction, which is what I love about it.
Yeah.
I think that's, it's
It
fantastic.
sounds fresh.
That it does.
Well, it was strictly a labor of love. I mean, it was strictly our idea. We just said, hey, why don't we get together and we'll write some songs and we'll play together and let's go record them. That's what we did.
So obviously you guys have stayed in contact over the years from the 70s and all that sort of thing. You both live in Nashville now, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it was very natural.
It's, so cool to have him so close.
Yeah.
You know, we always, when we first started Whitford St. Holmes, I almost moved up to Boston where he was.
Okay.
And we thought about it, and it didn't happen. So then we went our different. Well, he was asked to come back to Aerosmith, and I was asked to go back with Nugent. That's really one of the main reasons we kind of just put this on hold.
Mm-hmm.
So then we hadn't had a chance to come back around again until he said, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about moving down there to Tennessee because my kids are there." And I said, "Well, yeah, get down here." The minute he did, we just started having coffee in the morning at Starbucks, and one thing led to another, and we just started hanging out. And it was kind of funny because we're both Pisces.
Okay.
He's February 23 and I'm February 24. And that may be hocus pocus to some people, but there's something about it. We just do love the same stuff.
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah.
It shows on stage. And when you did the first album, you only did like one tour. Is that correct?
Well, we did the Foghat Ballistical tour, but then we did a lot of dates on our own clubs when we first pulled out his driveway in the station wagon and did a bunch of clubs.
Brad, it is so funny you said that because Mary is my witness. There's a quote that you said. It turned into 5 rudely hungover guys in a station wagon. That is a direct quote that you had said. I believe it's in the book Walk This Way, so it's funny you bring up the station wagon. 5 rudely hungover guys. So it must have been good times and bad times.
Yeah, it was a little crazy.
Yeah.
Growing up a little.
A lot. I've noticed you favor that red Strat during this tour. Is there a reason for that? You're obviously using less guitars on this tour as you would with Aerosmith.
Well, it's just such a damn good guitar, and I always like playing it. And Derek's usually using Les Pauls or something with all humbuckers.
I've noticed,
So
yeah.
it's a good contrast, and it really lets the guitars live in their own space.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 Les Pauls, it can get a little cloudy. So it creates a nice. It gives them each their own identity. The guitar sounds works really well.
It does.
It's a great. It's like one of the best sounding Strats I have, and it's only it's like 2 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did a little video thing for Fender, and they gave me that guitar, and one of those ones that was just kind of magical.
And you liked it, and there it is.
What do they call that model? That was like one of their new USA reissue
It's
60s.
when they did this series, they did 3 guitars that were recreated a 56 Strat, they recreated the 59 and the 65. The red one is the 65. And they were trying to recreate guitars from that era, and they really did a nice job. Actually the one I wanted was the 59. But when I got the Fender, this is the one, it was the 65. Like, okay, I'm fine with this. Sounds great.
Yeah. And I noticed you use that for most of the show. You switch off a little bit, but...
Yeah. There's a couple songs. They're like... Basically, I use it for sharpshooter right now, only because there's one note I can't hit on the Strat, but I can hit it on the Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And I recorded it on the Les Paul, so it kind of has that sound.
And it's great to hear sharpshooter, too. No doubt about it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
I love playing that.
From the first album, I noticed you've been doing Shy Away every morning, and every show, I believe, you've done Whiskey Woman and Sharpshooter, which are, really cool songs, so it's good to hear. But, again, debuting those brand new songs, I think it's a ballsy move, but a smart move and a good move because, as I said, it's moving in a forward direction as opposed to coming out doing Hey Baby or Last Child or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And like in Aerosmith, we try and play new songs, and and you could hear the paint drying, because personally maybe the songs weren't that great, But people, it's always that thing, well, they don't know the song, so they don't know how to read.
Yeah, there's always that issue.
But you know what? If you have really good songs, people get it right away.
Right. Which is what I've seen.
It's like, the first time I heard a Beatles song, I fucking fell off my bed.
Yeah.
Because it's just great.
Yeah.
So a good song is a good song, and I think what we have here is a collection of great songs, and they just kind of, I don't know, it feels like we just channeled them from above. God just smiled down on us and said, you guys have been busting your balls for 40 years. Here's a gift. You've worked so friggin' hard and put up with so much shit. And he said, I'm giving you a pass.
This is your time.
Well, there it is. Yeah. All right, I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. Before I let you go, Brad, I've got to ask you the question. The quote is out there about what you said about Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
You said you felt the band feels a little bit abandoned. I guess he thinks his solo career is going to go great guns. He doesn't realize that, in my opinion, his fans around the globe want to see him in the context of Aerosmith and don't really care for whatever he thinks he's going to do. I don't know if he gets that, but hey, that's what he wants to do. I can't put a gun to his head. It's just disappointing. I got to tell you, there are a lot of people in agreement with that. When it came out,
that's why it resonated. It went viral. It was in rock, whatever that thing. It ended up in Billboard.
It went
Rolling
viral,
Stone, and it went everywhere.
It went everywhere.
It resonated with everybody.
It did, and the people I know, and as I told you, I love Aerosmith. I've seen you guys 114 times since 1976. Actually, your first headlining show at the Garden. Which you opened for, so I saw you at the same time.
Yep.
And a lot of people are basically saying what you have been saying, myself included, but I hate to ever badmouth Aerosmith. And when you said it, I said, okay, now it's coming from Brad Whitford, so there it is.
Well, I wasn't bad-mouthing anybody. I was just letting people know what was going on. And, why we weren't going to be on tour in the States next year.
Which is very disappointing because we were so hoping to see it.
Oh yeah, it is disappointing.
Now, I'm willing to bet you haven't heard back from Steven about that, but have you talked to the other guys in the band about that?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the consensus? What's the feedback?
Well, I got a round of applause.
Did you? From Joe and
Tom? Well, everybody
and...
was like, oh, it's about time somebody just let everybody know what's going on, because it's, we're kind of walking around just very, not too happy with his decision, and it's just tough. I mean, Steven's my brother. I love him, and but he just let me down.
Yeah. Well, and if he's letting you down, then as you say, it resonates, and it resonates to the fans, where we're feeling let down too, because it's like you say, the people want to see him in the context of Aerosmith.
Or, if he was gonna, I know what he loves. He loves rock. He loves hard rock.
So what the fuck is he doing?
I wish he had gotten together with some of his contemporaries in the business, maybe Slash and some other people.
Right.
He just made a rock record that he wanted to make outside of Aerosmith, because I know that's what he loves. I don't understand why he wants to do country record. Just don't get it. That's all.
Okay. I'm not going to push you any further on that, and I thank you for answering that.
Thank you.
And I thank you for putting it out there, because like I said to everybody, if it's coming from Brad Whitford, that pretty much sums it up. And I don't need to elaborate on it anymore on my show, because we have talked about it. And I walk that fine line because, again, I don't want to badmouth the band. I don't want to badmouth Steven. I love you guys dearly, but I feel the same way. So, but in the meantime, we got you guys to come see, which is totally fucking cool.
We're hoping
ready right now.
Fingers crossed. We're trying to arrange a tour next year with Joe Perry's band and our band.
Are you serious?
Satisfy, I think, at least some of the Aerosmith.
You would satisfy a lot of Aerosmith fans.
No, we're
If you and Joe, oh my God.
Same bill, yeah. So
Is that an exclusive? Are we the first ones to hear that
I think
news?
so, yeah.
We would love that. We'd be
I
all
think
for
everybody
it.
would really love that.
All right.
About as close as you can get to Aerosmith
Yeah.
in the time being.
So what are you thinking maybe 2017 Aerosmith hits the road again?
Yes.
All right. I want to thank you both very, very, very much. I know you got to get ready for the show. I'm a big fan, and I just hit you up at BB King's, and you were very sincere and said, yes, I would do it. And I didn't have to go through any kind of red tape. And I said, everybody said, you sure? I said, I'm telling you, the guy was sincere, he's going to do it. So, thank you so much. Can I get a quick, hey, this is Brad Whitford, this is Derek St. Holmes. All right, I'll even talk you through it and then I'll let you later. So this is Brad Whitford. Hey, I'm Brad Whitford, I'm Derek St. Holmes.
We're doing it now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, this is Brad Whitford.
Hey, this is Derek St. Holmes.
And you're listening to Rock Hard with Jay Conroy.
Yeah.
And
Oh, what?
you're listening to Rock Hard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're supposed to say that part.
Yeah.
And you're listening to Rock Hard
And you're listening to Rock Hard
with
with
Jay
Jay
Conway.
Conway.
Conroy, but that's a
So,
Conroy.
I'm
more
sorry,
time.
one more time.
Yeah.
Cue me again.
You're listening to Rock Hard with Jay Conroy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're listening to Rock Hard with Jay Conroy.
Yeah, Jay Conroy, Rock Hard. Let's hear
Who are
it.
you listening to?
Jay Conroy, Rock Hard.
Rock Hard, you crazy
Sorry.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Play all that,
In
they'll
for a
friggin'
good
love it. Are you
show.
kidding?
That's what Eddie's for.